Hey, awesome people of YouTube, welcome back to another Bannerlord video. In this one, we'll be talking about the best troops from each faction. But before we get started, I just want to remind that if we can get to 575 subscribers by Christmas, we'll be doing $25 gift card giveaway. And I do have my own Discord, link is down in the description. And I do stream games down on Kick. Again, link is down in the description, and we do giveaways on there too. Right? And let me know what kind of other stuff you guys want to see. You know, topics from Bannerlord, other games, anything like that. Do let me know down in the comments. But with all that said, let's get into it. So there are 6 factions. Northern, Southern, and Western Empire, all one faction of Empire. So we have Empire, Azra, Kuzaid, Sturge, Bania, Bania. Right? We start off with the biggest territory. The biggest faction technically is Empire, right? So some of the best Imperial troops obviously is where they at? Imperial Elite Cataphracts. They are pretty nice. Right? They have a really nice Course Lancer. They have pretty good shield, and they have a nice one-handed sword. Right? As you can see, their lance is pretty huge. They're also tier 6. They're noble cavalry. Right? You can see they have Palmation, which is a noble mount. They have decorated plate boots with 20 armor, pretty good. They have decorated Imperial gauntlets with 20 armor. They have heavy scale armor over Holberg, over male Holberg, sorry. 57 body armor, 16 arm armor, and 20 leg armor. They have heavy lamellar pauldrons with 7 body armor and 12 arm armor, and they have goggled cataphract helmet with 52 head armor. They're really tanky, and they can do a lot of damage, right? Definitely worth it, right? Probably among the, in my opinion, the best cavalry, right? And another unit is, well, it's not Menaviatons, but they're pretty good, is Imperial Legionnaires, in my opinion. For me, it's between Legionnaires and Menaviatons. It depends what you want to do. But Legionnaires do have a pilum, one-handed polearm. Not the greatest, but it allows them to be a little bit better against cavalry as some other infantry. Right? They have fortified kite shield, which is pretty good in hit points and stuff, and they have fine steel Pomerian. Pretty decent sword, but they can also switch to mace, which is really good against armor units. We'll go to that one. They have Lord helmet with metal strips, pretty good head armor piece. They have Legionary reinforced studded harness, pretty decent in armor. They have the Cataphract lamellar armor, also pretty tanky. Plate stripped van braces and spin boots, really tanky, pretty good, decent sized shield, right? Not the biggest, but it's pretty good. And if they have with the pilum, they're pretty good against a bit of cavalry, and with mace or the sword, they're also pretty good. Right? Now, let's talk about Bania. Bania is really known, well, for archery, and that is why their best ones is Battanian Fiend Champions, no doubt. They have woodland longbow, really nice bow with decent damage, good accuracy, missile speed. They have 2 stacks of Botkin arrows, not the best arrows, but pretty good with 3 damage, 32 stacks. So they have 64 arrows, and they have Highland Fine 2-handed sword, which does a lot of damage. They have decent armor, with Highland Crown helmet, large fur cloak with a round plate, highborn mail armor, fur rimmed leather gloves, and fur boots. They're not the tankiest, but they are the best foot archers. That's why they're the best from Bania and overall, right? Really good, pretty amazing. If you want to have archers, definitely recommend the Battanian Fiend Champions, right? Now, for anything else Battanian, honestly, everything else is kind of meh. So, yeah. Bania is just really known for their archery. Right? Yeah. Yeah, let's move on from Bania to Azra. Azra have two really good troops, and it is Vanguard Faris with Mamluk clans, Ornate Adarga, Jareed, and the fine Silon Kaskar. Jareed are amazing javelins. Look at that damage, 121. They have decent one-handed sword. Small shield, but that's alright. And the Mamluk Lance. They're more of your skirmisher cavalry. Pretty nice. They're decently tanky with brass southern closed helmet turban, long sleeve bronze scale shoulder guards, mastercraft southern scale over chain hauberk, split of embraces, split boots, and with Askarat. Pretty decently tanky. Not the tankiest cavalry, but they can throw their Jareeds and do a lot of damage. Right? But let's talk about another troop from Azra, and that is Mamluk Palace Guards, among the top, in my opinion, shock infantry. They have tribesmen throwing daggers, not tribesmen throwing daggers. They have tribesmen throwing axes. Not the best throwing weapons, but pretty good. And they have execution axes. They shred through a lot of stuff. If they hit you while on the horse, it's a lot of damage. If they hit you on foot, still a lot of damage. Right? They have brass southern closed helmet, decorated long sleeve bronze scale pauldrons, southern decorated chainmail, splint van braces, and mail cavalier boots. Not super tanky, decently armored, but that's because they want to be used as a shock trooper. Just get in the enemy face and do damage. Right? They're pretty good. Now, let us talk about Valandians. Valandians have decent troops, but where is there? There you go. Among their top is Valandian Banner Knights, probably the second best cavalry, depending what you want. They're better in charge, in lance, in couch lance than Imperial Catapult. But once they get into, close quarters, with the swords, they are not as good, right? They have Knight Lance, Reinforced Cavalry Kite Shield, and Ridged Arming Sword. Pretty decent setup. For their armor, they have full helm over mail coif. I don't like the look of it. It looks derpy. They have heavy cloak, brigandine over hauberk, heavy mail mittens, mail chassis, and deshire. They're pretty good. Good for just charge, run away, just to do that couch lance. They're pretty good among the top Valandian troops. Another one from them is, well, not the best, but certainly pretty good, is Valandian sergeants. They have maces, cavalry mace, ridged arming sword, or spiked battle axe. Definitely want the mace because that will do more damage against heavily armored units. Right? They have reinforced oaken kite shield and long fine steel spear. Decent against cavalry, just a little bit, not too much if they have the spear out. But they're also combined with a mace, can be good against strong, heavily armored enemies, since maces do more damage against them. Now they also have a visored helmet over lace coif, scale shoulder guards, white tabard over mail hauberk, reinforced mail mittens, and mail chassis. Another pretty good unit. Not the best, they're obviously better, but if you're doing pure Valandian playthrough, they're definitely worth to have over Pikeman or Volgear. Well, you definitely want to have some Volgears. But now let's talk about Sturge. Well, Sturge is definitely not known for their best archers or for their super great cavalry, right? But they're definitely known for their infantry. And with that, we have another shock trooper, Sturgeon Heroic Linebreaker, right? I did not go over the stats because, well, kind of forgot. But anyway, they have drilled two-handed axe, Raider throwing axes, and followed narrow war sword. Pretty nice. They have closed warlord helmet, mail shoulder guards, decorated hauberk, plate reinforced gloves, and sharp mail chassis. Really nice. Not super heavy armor just because they want to be light and run at the enemy at full speed. You know, throwing a bit of throwing axes and then getting there and doing damage with two-handed axes, and then maybe switching to narrow war sword. Right? Now, definitely the best, probably the best infantry unit is Sturge Heavy Spearmen. Right? They are amazing in shield wall. So these guys have long war sword, jagged fine steel spear, and a heavy round shield. Pretty nice weapons, or pretty decent weapons, and the shield is huge, so it'd be harder for the enemy archers to hit them. You know, they have close decorated goggled helmet, lamellar pauldrons, heavy lamellar over hauberk, plate reinforced gloves, and sharp mail chests. Really nicely armored. Again, with that shield, it's just going to be harder for the enemy archers to hit him. They'll pretty much have to get maybe a tiny bit of headshot, which probably will never happen, or hit him in the legs, right? Or break their shields. But their shields are pretty decent. They're, like I said, probably the best infantry you could ever have, right? Now let's talk about my favorite, and that is Kuzait. Well, Kuzait are disgustingly known for their super OP, just borderline exploit unit, and that is Kuzait Kongard. Right? Kuzait Kongard is really good on foot, as infantry, or archers. They're decent cavalry and amazing horse archers. So, they have step recurve bow. They have two sets of step arrow. Not the best, but they're still pretty good. And they have glaive, right? Them being cavalry, horse archers allows them to move while shooting, and if they get into close engagement, they use glaives, which will do a lot of damage. For the armor, they have spiked helmet with face mask, lamellar pauldrons, bronze lamellar over mail, plated leather vambrace, curved boots, and they use Karahan horse. Pretty disgusting. If you definitely want to have cavalry playthrough, or horse archers playthrough, or just pure horse army playthrough, Kuzait Kongard definitely should be in there. Now let's talk about another Kuzait unit that is decent, and that is Kuzait Darkhan. Right? They have triangular throwing spear, Eastern cavalry shield, and heavy saber. Not that amazing, but they're pretty decent, and they also occasionally armored. Their shield is not the greatest, but they have spiked helmet with face mask, lamellar shoulder pieces, brass lamellar over mail, scale warlord braces, and leather riding boots. Pretty decent with their spear. I know it says it's a throwing spear, still pretty good. You know, to stop cavalry and do some damage, and you know, they're good in close quarters. But that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Do let me know down in the comments what type of other videos do you want to see, and don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to stay awesome. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.